Welcome back to the R.D.C. show. Richard,
Eric,
Chris,
we're going to jump right into some main hot
I just want to
topics.
say we skipped a week on you guys. I had a birthday last week.
Oh, yeah.
We were trying to do it on Sunday. Things didn't work out, but we're back.
We're back.
That might be our official week off of the year from here on out. Everybody takes days. That'll be the best of week.
Until it's Chris's birthday or my
Best
birthday.
of week right there. That's right.
Best of weeks.
Yeah, during the 4th of July.
So we're back this week. We're just going to jump into the hot topics straight out of the headlines. We're going to talk about current events. Let's start right out with this the ruling in the Penn State case. It came out this week that if you didn't realize that shit was
He was just found guilty. He hasn't been sentenced yet.
No, I'm talking about what the FBI guy.
Oh yeah.
How it was hidden from everybody because of a letter that Joe Paul wrote, and they didn't want it to get out, and it was all because they wanted to protect the reputation of the school. And it's a pretty horrible thing, I guess, to allow that to happen, just to protect the name of the school. Well, Christopher brought up a point earlier. In the week, he had told me, "You think that's the only place that something like that's going on?"
Oh man!
But I heard the
That's
guy on
scary
ABC
thing.
News this morning. He had a great analogy.
Just like the churches.
Because they were talking about because they were saying they should give them the death penalty and they should close the school down. And he said, "Well, let me tell it to you this way. Just change it from being Penn State to being the Catholic Church, and change Joe Paul from being a coach to being a bishop, and change Sandusky from being an assistant coach to being a preacher. And what do you got? They're not going to shut them down because nobody ever shut down the Catholic Church. They're still in power, still taking people's donations at church and believing in God, all that good stuff."
Oh my goodness. That thing is a whole mess, man.
What do you think, Christopher? You think that could be? You asked me. Do you think that could be going on anywhere else in the country? You think there's more schools,
yeah,
there's
I do,
kind of evils going on?
well, maybe not the exact same thing, but there's probably football players who have done things to the opposite sex and gotten away with it. I mean, we already know of a few instances where famous basketball stars can do things.
Pedophile shit.
Well, I mean, what I'm saying.
Come on now.
When you got somebody that's a celebrity status or somebody that's an athlete like that, they protect them. So
when I think
to a degree, it's kind of the same thing. They're protecting your coach and their image, and in the same way, they're protecting their image and their player. Whether it's
That's
a professional
out of line,
sports.
though, man. That doesn't fucking matter. That's out of line.
Well, what did you think of the response?
I'm not saying that's a good thing. All I'm saying is.
But did you hear when they were trying to stick up for Joe Paul? They were saying that because he was a man, he knew a man's sexual urges, and they were just like treating Sandusky like, oh, he's just a guy, and he's got them urges, and we know how guys' urges are, and all men have urges. That just wasn't.
That ain't right.
That ain't right. That's an urge towards a little boy.
Yeah,
That's not an urge towards a really hot woman walking down the street in a bikini.
Or something. Exactly.
That's totally different. That's a different kind of urge.
I think everybody involved should be held accountable. To
Basically,
the same degree.
Absolutely.
That's what
fullest.
I think. Yeah.
Basically, what they were trying to compare it to was if your buddy was cheating on his wife and you knew about it. No,
Right.
this ain't cheating on your wife. This is raping little boys in the shower.
Yeah, exactly. That's a whole different thing, man.
That's kind of
People
shit that
can't compare
if
that.
I know my buddy's
You can't
raping a little
compare
boy in the
that.
shower, I grab him by his head and fucking smash him into the wall
Exactly.
over and over again.
Yeah,
And you kick him in the balls about 10,000
right?
Be like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Now I call the cops and send your ass to jail.
Yeah.
Fucking perv.
You about to get fucked up.
You
in
don't you don't turn your back on that kind of stuff.
No.
And the fact that you heard the FBI guy say that the best the school could do to protect those kids was to ask Mr. Sandusky, don't bring your friends on campus.
That's all I said. Your friends.
That's just horrible. Something wrong with this world.
Man, everybody knew what was going on.
Yep. And anybody that thinks Joe Paul didn't know, you were crazy.
Crazy. Don't think he's God,
disbelief.
because he's not.
And you don't think Joe Paul's wife didn't know, and his kids didn't know.
Yeah, that's why they all fucking hate him.
Hopefully he didn't let his kids spend any night at Uncle Sandusky's house.
Right, you went out here some stories there and shit. Oh man,
This is wrong.
That
Joe
is
Paul.
very wrong.
No way am I, I'm not saying that it was I didn't mean to say that it was okay because other people do it. That's not my.
No,
point.
I was just I brought that point up because that's what they were trying to say about him.
I'm
that's
saying it's not.
to spin it.
I don't feel like it's really shocking to me to know that somebody in a position like that doesn't blow my mind. I know that kind of thing happens all the
There's
time
lots
to a
of
degree.
evil being pulled off by
a
people
lot of
in
evil.
positions of power. We just don't know about them. But you would hope that none of them are quite that bad. When you're talking about ruining your children's
40
lives,
feet counts.
no child's ever going. Those kids are never going to be able to watch a football game in pleasure. They're never going to be able to look at any kind of coach, male coach, in any position of power without being scared. You know, so their lives are ruined. So hopefully, you got a lot of corruption in college football, though. It's just a bed of corruption.
Well, yeah, because it's all money, but none, it doesn't go then to the right thing anytime.
No. And then they get mad at the kids for taking some bubble gum or pizza.
Exactly. Or getting taken out to lunch or something.
Or getting a car. But who knows what's happening to those people.
But you remember that shit when Claret was on, what was that interview you did on Rome?
Yeah.
That was sick.
Yeah.
That was a sick interview, man.
That's what Al said.
He was like, I didn't have to do it. They didn't know anything. I just had to go down the street and be like, hey, I'm a star for Ohio State, and they just give me shit. That's basically what he said. Maurice Claret. He's like, I'm the star running back. People give me shit. People give me cars.
Money.
Because there's like certain boosters throughout the community that just help out the students.
Now that kind of college corruption I can understand.
Yeah.
Now starting a charity so you can pick out weak kids and molest them.
Right. Oh,
that shit can't be going on.
That can't be going on.
People need to die. But there's giant rings there's child pornography rings so big around the world. It's unbelievable.
Ridiculous.
Sickos get off on that stuff, I guess. They all need a bullet to the head. So any kind of medication there that's ever going to help them.
No, they need something slow. Yeah.
Put it in prisons.
But its use can.
But
Sandusky might run that shit. We don't want that to happen.
This ain't Oz, Derek.
Shit, you don't know.
That's a real
Sandusky's experienced some of that shit, dude.
He might.
He's still gonna get his pension.
Think of all the.
He's still gonna get $55,000 a year.
Think of all the football players, star football players that played under him, man.
Exactly, dude.
And now they got
wonder,
damn, he was standing in the shower.
Yeah, it's embarrassed to everybody, dude.
Right.
It's embarrassed to everybody.
He's coming in the shower and see him standing there naked.
Man. Yeah.
Sandusky jumping there with him.
He's like, damn, I remember seeing them blue eyes staring at me and shit in the shower.
I remember thinking, I'm glad I'm not a little kid.
That snaggletooth motherfucker.
He's been killed.
Oh my god, slowly.
I think it's terrible for everybody involved, pretty much.
Yeah.
The whole lot. It's just such a. It's unbelievable
that's tragic,
at one point, but then it's not believable. It's believable because it's like
because it's real shit.
Yeah.
You couldn't have wrote that kind of horror.
No, fuck no.
You wouldn't have a mind sick enough or perverted enough to put that much shit in it. To be taking them to the showers at the gym and telling them, "Well, I got to show you how to wash because you don't know how to wash
Well,
yourself."
it just seems like somebody along
Somebody will get a movie out of that shit.
How many opportunities were there to fucking send this guy to jail if he was pulling that much?
Exactly.
I mean, come on, how do you keep that many fucking people quiet?
Well, because
And he would get a hotel room a mile from his house.
Chris, for them college towns are that way, dude.
Like,
Especially something like Penn State. They had their own police force. They had their own. Nobody was there unless you were there for the
That
college.
shit rules, man.
That shit takes. Go down.
I bet you
East Lansing.
Gainesville is just like that. Yeah, East Lansing.
It's taken over to where it's run by their people. There's shit that goes on there and you don't know about.
Oh
You
yeah,
don't hear about.
I'm scared of that sometimes. It's like,
Ann
well, it could
Arbor,
happen anywhere, though.
Ohio State. I mean, look at.
Anywhere.
But it's not to that extreme, Not to where children are being tied down in the shower. And
Hopefully not. Hopefully not.
Nothing like that. But there's stuff that goes on that's not right.
Yeah.
But to degrees, all colleges, but that's just mankind. Mankind can't have any sort of money or power without getting a little messed up.
And the one dude from Arkansas, at least he had a 25-year-old chick or something.
Yeah,
it wasn't,
At least he was with a woman. Yeah, he was cheating on his
But
wife.
still,
still
wrong.
He wasn't raping her.
Yeah.
He was voluntarily giving it to her, driving
Well,
down the road.
Well, he did hire her and shit, but
He paid
only
for it.
$30,000 job or something, 35 or 40 or something, wasn't a whole lot.
but it cost him his job.
Yeah, it cost him his job. He
Same
get a job in the
Dusty.
NFL, dude.
That shit cost him
You
his
can't
life.
punish the guy enough.
No.
There's nothing you could do to him that
Oh, no.
would ever make,
Oh, no, dude.
I don't know what you'd
That
do.
is just...
There's not any kids, like you said. His mind's so warped. I mean,
Man, he doesn't think he did anything wrong.
No.
How the fuck do you not think you did anything wrong?
Some people's minds
Oh
are
my
just warped.
god.
Warped beyond all recognition.
I wonder what his childhood was when he grew up. What the fuck's that about? Or he's
He
just
got kicked
wrong?
in the fucking head or something.
Something.
Maybe he has some dark demons of his own. Maybe
Yeah,
his uncle was
exactly.
letting him shower.
Yeah, exactly. Just tell us, Sandusky.
It's just sad that there's worlds like that where people are that sick in the mind.
Yeah, I think they can get away with it.
And it can hurt children.
They don't even fucking care.
Yep. Children are the one things that shouldn't be hurt. They're the innocence of
They're the
life.
most innocent. Yeah. They don't know what the fuck is up. You're just gonna take advantage of that shit.
Yep. You let them grow up and make their mistakes.
Exactly.
Learn on their own. You don't do stuff like that to them. That's just wrong.
Senior law enforcement official tell me that in his judgment,
I guess if there is a God, that would be, hopefully that would be one of the worst. Now, if there is a God, wouldn't that be on the Ten Commandments? Thou shalt not rape children?
Yeah,
Where was
right.
God's mind at when he was raping that shit?
Well, it's not. I don't think it's allowed.
Well, it's not one of the top 10 commandments. That should be top 4 at least. That's one of the worst
I
things.
mean,
you
I
can
think
do in
it's
the world.
all into that one. Which one is that? Thou shalt not commit adultery or whatever. But still, I mean, that is pretty broad.
Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not
Right,
steal. Thou shalt
right.
not lie. I
Thou shalt
guess
not
you could
rape
tie it.
boys.
Yeah, thou shalt not rape should be right there.
Yeah, that shit was crazier back in the day, though, you know? I mean, from what we hear and see, we used to use a fucking club and beat our women over the head with it.
Drag 'em
The
back.
fuck is that shit all about?
Whatever happened to
Oh,
those good
man.
days?
They're still going on in Iraq right now.
Damn, I guess I better go to Iraq.
Hell no.
Just make a documentary. Going to Iraq to get
Go to
away.
Holy Land.
Someone see you
Old
walking
school
walking through Home Depot with a big old club. You building the fence? Going to Iraq and
We
get
go
away.
and get some women. That's funny as
Terrible. That
hell.
is terrible.
That's terrible.
That's terrible.
I
Well,
got a minute left.
any
You
last
didn't say
words?
much on this, Chris. What's going
Any
on?
last words from
You
this
had some
topic?
things boiling down earlier.
In regards to the thing, I think it's a sick, perverted thing that really shows how dark and nasty it can get. And I would have never expected anything like that from Penn State in the program that they had, which was a stellar program, a benchmark for everybody to try and hit. You know, and to believe that was underneath the surface, it's remarkable.
Mind-boggling.
Not unheard of, but it's
Yeah.
fucking remarkable.
Yeah.
That wow.
And how easy it happened for 20-some years or so.
The only last thing I'll say is you might see me and Derek laughing, but we seriously, it's not a funny topic.
No.
We laugh only because of how sick it is.
It is just so, you know, it's just, it's more possible than anything now, and it's just, it doesn't make no sense.
And that's about it for this topic. Peace.
Stop lying to us.